hurt every single person I've hit with them 10-ounce gloves.
It's the hurt game, it's the heavyweight division.
So I bang people out.
You're afraid of getting hurt in the wrong game, yeah?
Obviously, if that's what gets his dick hard, saying that I pulled out, then so be it.
An undefeated champion looking to continue his rise through the sport. A challenger with a serious point to prove. After months of questions and anticipation, this bad blood feud will finally be settled for the domestic crown. This is Dacres versus Adeleye. Locked in. Gents, let's do this. I mean, Dave, I want to start with you actually. I'm going to ask you both the same thing to kick this off. A little bit about who you are. What's brought you to this point here today? Tell us the sort of David Adeleye story leading up to now.
David Adeleye from London. I've been fighting my whole life, overcoming trials and tribulations way before boxing. So yeah, here I am. Obviously, we've all come up differently. He's probably had his own come up from where he's from. But yeah, I've had to come through trials and tribulations. I'm winning already, being here. I've beat the odds already. I've been boxing for over 10 years, but you ask the people 10 years ago what I'd be doing in 10 years, I don't think any of them would be saying this, so.
And Sol? Who is Sol Dacres? What brings you here today?
Just, a fighter. I'm just, another person trying to hustle every day and, we all come from our own backgrounds, hustling, trying to change our life and, change what we've come from to, going to better things and, that's what I'm doing and I'm doing that through boxing.
He's talking about how 10 years ago, if you'd have asked people what would David Adeleye be doing, he wouldn't be sat here. And he's looking at you now as well. But if people were asked 10 years ago, would they believe that Sol Dacres was here? Have you had a bit of a troubled kind of
maybe not, the only person that, just really believe in myself is myself over the years because, only you know what you're capable of and sometimes you have those dreams and people can't visualise that for you. So, like I say, yeah, it's not for anyone else to say they could have seen me in this position, they probably wouldn't have, but, you always strive for better.
Happy with where you are in your career at the moment?
Yeah, as happy as I can be.
Everything gone to plan?
Of course not, I lost. The plan was to never lose, but it doesn't matter. You deal with the cards you're dealt with.
What did that do for you, taking that first loss?
Open up a lot for me, just kind of know stuff about life for yourself. It's good, innit? Maybe it's something I needed, just maybe change teams and whatnot, and yeah. It's good, I'm not going to dwell on it, so it's one of them ones where there's not really much conversation, so yeah, don't dwell on it, mate, life's worse, man. I mean, yeah, I lost the fight, but there's people that wake up losing loved ones and whatnot, and people wake up homeless, people wake up not eating. Yeah, man, come on, man, it's just, that's not tough in life. I lost the fight, life's not tough. It's just, yeah, it was a shit situation, but you look over your shoulder on both sides and people are going through way worse.
Let's talk about this fight then. Let me just put it out there. What's taking so long?
That's the man. I've been active, he's been more inactive, so he had an injury. I haven't been that active, but I fought last time out and I was ready to fight. So on my behalf, I've just been ready to do the job.
I knew about the fight once, which was in July. Obviously, I had my injury, and now it's been rescheduled for December. So, obviously, I think that's just his selling point on how to make the fight bigger than what it is. But it's not that deep, man. It's just we're gonna fight in December. I can tell he's not a bad person, so I don't need to rip into him. I ain't got to be the villain in every fight. It's not the thing. So, yeah, he ain't like that. So, obviously, I ain't gonna go start cussing him, but. Obviously, if that's what gets his dick hard, saying that I pulled out, then so be it. We're gonna fight in December.
Got some lines. Well, yeah, all I know is I can do is what I've been told, and I come to press conferences like March times, that they're telling me the fight. He's saying he didn't know the fight was
frustrating
on the card.
Comes to these presses, not seeing there.
It is because when you come down and someone says, "Yo, could be the fight," and and Frank himself is saying this is the fight, but then you come, there's no opponent. No matter who it is, if you're told a fight and then there's no opponent, you're getting ready for something that ain't happening. But you can't dwell on it. You just move on, and we're here now. That's all that matters is the next day, not the last day.
But You did put on your Instagram,
Yeah.
no more running.
Yeah, that's right.
Has he been running from you?
I don't know, not really, but the fight hasn't been there. So in terms of fight being made, yeah, that's it. We're locked in now. So
You been running from Sol Dacres?
I would be running, like I said to you, look, like, I'm not gonna sit here and start insulting them and saying all of these things. It's not that sort of fight. I don't need to do that. And you don't have that sort of personality. So I'm not gonna sit here and say things to kind of, you know, dig at his character and whatnot. Obviously, if he's saying that, he's got to say that because that's what sells the fight. That's what's going to get the people that watch him to come and buy tickets to come. So, as opposed to he's obviously trying to sell the fight. Sullivan's a good boxer. That's what he's known for. But I'm a better boxer than him.
What makes you better?
Everything.
Go on.
Everything. I ain't got to even go into it. It's everything. Punch selection, IQ, ring general shit, all of that.
that's his belief, and my belief's different. Obviously, I believe, you know, I've got those advantages, but all that matters is who can display that physically. You know, it's all good, you know, saying it verbally, but who displays it physically on the night, that's what matters.
You
were ringside for that fight with Webster, the rematch. Did he strike any fear into you as you watched him fight Michael Webster?
Nah, man. Dacres ain't the guy for that. He ain't the guy to put fear in no one. I mean, I see the fight, did what he had to do. Webster didn't look, no disrespect to Webster, but he didn't look good in that. I don't even know if Webster's really fighting, so.
What is Sol Dacres' energy from what you're seeing? I keep hearing you say he's not that kind of guy, he's not about that. What do you think?
When you see him, he just seems like a normal sort of type of fighter. Obviously, I don't know what he says online, to see what he's like online. I don't watch his...
I'm not even an online troll. Man pulled that one caption for the fight poster. That's probably the most I'll
yeah, I mean,
put up something, you know what I mean? I'm not an online kind of person.
Yeah. I pulled up on him on his last fight, obviously, when you were doing interviews or whatnot, when they had a little back and forth, and then obviously that's when I realised he's not the sort of person to kind of sell a fight, so I just left it as that.
Why's that? Why is he not that kind of person?
Just his personality, I suppose. He's just got them sort of personalities that's kind of like, I don't know, he's blunt, in other words, so yeah, he's a bit...
It's not wrong, you know, I'm in boxing to box. I'm not in boxing to get the most views on an interview, get the most views on a face-to-face.
Do you think that's held you back?
It probably has, you know, because, you know, if I'd have come out my pro career, started, you know, shouting from the rafters, calling people out, this, that and the other, then maybe, maybe it would have built up more of a profile or something, but, you know, that's just not me. I'm not going to change my character. I could have probably picked, you know, easier opponents and got, you know, stringed out, you know, 6, 7 knockouts with, you know, easy, non-durable opponents for my first few fights, but we've selected guys that are tough, durable. Some of them maybe I could have got out there, you know, we learned on the job. But some of them are tough, you know, well-known tough guys that, you know, in my first 5 fights, you know, that I haven't maybe got them, stopped them, you know, but I've got good rounds in the bank, and, you know, we're mapping my career to, like I said, play the long game, not to get a few easy knockovers, get into a big fight and be underprepared. When
he stepped you in Birmingham, sort of stepped you out when you was, you know, he come for a chat.
Let me I'll let you go on that, just.
Was there like, this might go a little bit, let me just...
I wasn't even thinking that, I just thought, you know, the cameras is come, you know, he's there, you know, he's come say his piece. I've just got out of the ring, so, you know, you come out of the ring, you're not really know what's going on, man. You're like, oh, okay, I've just fought, and then David comes out of nowhere, and then you're like, okay, we've got, you know, a bit of back and forth. I wasn't thinking like, you know, this is going to be some fucking Street Fighter 6 behind the scenes sort of thing, like, because what's that all about? It don't prove nothing. It was just one of those things. You know, we come and, you know, come to talk up the fight, or confront me and maybe, you know, like I said, keep the fight alive. And people think, you know, yeah, David's still here for fighting.
Energy is reciprocated. That's all it is. Energy is reciprocated. If someone's gonna give me a certain type of energy, I'm gonna match it. I'm not saying I'm the baddest person on the planet, but trust me, I've never been a victim to nobody before. So no one's gonna come in, try and do the bully thing. And energy is reciprocated. Obviously, I'm gonna always come being myself, and obviously how they take to it is how they take to it. If they don't like it, they don't like it, I understand that. But obviously if they wanna take it to a sort of different place, then I'm more than willing. Like, energy is just reciprocated. That's all it is. So, like I said, I came over being cool, calm and collected, and he was cool, calm and collected. It didn't need to get heated. It was just like selling a fight from a calm sort of perspective. So, like I said, energy is obviously reciprocated. He had a backup dancer doing a lot more talking than he was. So yeah, I just obviously told them to kind of play their position, and that was it. Cheerleader with pom-poms, just saying whatever. And then he's like, move the belt. Sounded like a racket. So yeah, that was it.
I just come out the ring for that bout, winning it. So to me, it weren't really nothing too deep. Like it was, yeah. And I think I said it. You know, you want the bout, get in the ring, and that's how you can earn it. That's the only way to earn the bout. So it didn't mean nothing to me outside the ring. You know, I've just earned it in there. I just literally stepped out of there 5 minutes ago and earned it that way. That's what that matters. That the physical bout itself was there, but it was earned in the ring. What I did.
I think he believes in himself. Do you think he believes he's going to beat you on this December 7th?
Don't know if he believes he's going to beat me. So I thought you believe in yourself to a degree. When you're getting in there, it's like you racing a Ferrari on foot.
You're the Ferrari and I'm
Yeah.
That's his belief. I think deep down, I think David knows it'd be a tough fight for him.
I'm not, see, this is where you're going wrong. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. See?
If you're not saying it's easy, but a Ferrari versus a foot race, that's easy, isn't it? That's an easy comparison.
But I'm just saying I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I don't know what it's going to be. You're just known for being tough and durable, which obviously means you get hit a lot.
I don't think I am.
A fighter that says they're tough, durable, and a lot of people talk like that, means they get hit a lot. So what I'm trying to say is obviously, in a situation like that, we're going to see.
I don't build myself off taking punches and being tough and durable, you know. But if that's what you think I'm going to bring, then that's what you think I'm going to bring.
That's what you said.
I am tough and durable, but I'm not. I don't know when I've said I'm in this fight because I'm tough and durable.
That's not what you should do. But that's when you talk about yourself, that's what you say. You're tough and you're durable. That's what you say about yourself.
When it comes down to
that's what you say about yourself, right?
If in that regard, I am.
Listen, no, that's it. So
I'm on many things, but that's part of the parcel, part of the package.
We'll see what him shows up, but certain him shows up, it's gonna get long for it. Like yeah. We'll see. I'm a fighting man. My heart beats fear for nobody.
You've said that a few times.
Because it needs to be cemented in people's brains. I feel like, obviously, I heard it say before he's running, and I just thought, like, what? He knows I'm not fearful of him. He knows that. You don't even need to ask him, oh, what do you think of Adelaide? Do you think he was running? He knows I'm not fearful of him. If you ask him that now, he'll tell you.
Well, in this game, you can't. It doesn't matter if you're fearful of someone. I don't believe it's like you're not afraid of someone. It's a fight, isn't it? You can't be afraid to fight. So
that's it.
It doesn't.
But you have been pretty adamant. He's been avoiding this fight. He's been running.
Yeah, no, but you keep going back on that. But it's
what I'm saying.
Done, but they've obviously given me multiple dates and they haven't happened. He said he had one date.
He said something earlier in the press conference. I said I had 3 dates and it didn't happen. He said something in the press conference about something about activity in 13 months. It's just. I thought, well, you haven't been active yourself and you're older than me.
I've been trying to be active, but you know what I mean? Just trying to be active.
Why did you let me stall your career?
Exactly, I didn't want to. They're telling me that was the fight. That's why I wasn't for the first part of the year. Is the dates, and the dates was based on fighting you. That's why I haven't been active until then. Eventually it come round, and then obviously Webster stepped in.
So to be fair, one of the things you did say was you're not waiting around for him.
So that's what I said. I didn't want to wait around no longer.
You waited for me a long time.
Yeah, my management and that said, this fight will happen. And Frank said the fight will happen. It didn't. And then we had Webster, and I thought, it's dead. But then to put it to me again now, so this time it's the one. So it's the one. Let's just get it on, man.
Who's got the better CV out of you two? Who's done more?
These are the more fights. Obviously, I haven't had the loss yet, and I'm undefeated. So
I lost. Yeah, I hurt everyone I've boxed. Amateur, pro, I've hurt every single person I've hit with them 10-ounce gloves. Every single person I've hurt.
Pretty confident you're going to hurt
every single person I've hurt.
It's boxing, isn't it?
Right or wrong? Let's not sugarcoat it. I'm a knockout specialist. I bang people out.
If you're afraid of getting hurt, you're in the wrong game, aren't you? So. It's the hurt game, it's the heavyweight division. We're all aware of, big shots in this game. That's what happens. It's about how you overcome it.
Why do you beat David Adeleye December the 7th? Don't tell me. Tell David Adeleye.
Because I'm just a better fighter, better boxer. That's what it is.
Come from a different sort of place. You know, I was deep in boxing. You know, I'm a different sort of person. My family is full of fighters. You know, the blood that goes through my veins is a bit more different. You know, so
Apparently.
yeah.
Got the ancestors against me, haven't I? So I'm gonna have to call my ancestors now and bring mine.
See.
You know,
I'm talking about myself. I'm saying where I've come from. Where I've come from, and I come up on to get to where I am today. I'm not trying to act a certain way, become a villain and mess up my own endorsement deals and all of these things over Solomon Dacres. It doesn't need to happen over him. When it needs to happen, it's gonna happen. Like I said, energy is reciprocated.
Gents, you both got the energy for a handshake?
Yeah, of course.
Don't mean nothing to me. You know what I mean?